Hello everyone, love and blessings. So this is my favorite day of the week. I've just gotten back from church service. This is my Sabbath day, the day where I completely relax and do absolutely nothing except go to church, praise God, worship Him, and take upon His lessons that the pastor gives and learn as much as I can. I come home and study after the Sabbath, His Word even further. I love spending all Sabbath just purely with God. And then I have a little rest in the afternoon. But today I thought I'd do a little bit of my channel for you because I didn't do one yesterday. Today's service was very powerful. Spoke to me just as much as last weekend's did, which is after last weekend's service, that's what led me to come home and do my channel. I was so motivated and moved by this service last weekend that I started my channel. It finally gave me the motivation I needed to do this channel. I've been itching to do it since I was baptized last January. So yes, last weekend was the day, and here I am a week later and I'm still going, and I'm really enjoying doing this channel for God, and hopefully allowing it to reach as many people as it can that need help and guidance. So today I'm just going to go over a little bit of where my journey has taken me since I've been baptized. So as I said in my testimony, I was baptized on the 4th of January 2025. And the reason why I chose that day to start with is because my auntie's birthday was the 3rd of January. And my auntie passed away several years ago, and she was one of my pillars of strength. There's only 3 strong women in my life: my mum, my auntie, and my nan. And so I chose my auntie's birthday because it's summer here in Australia at that time, and I wanted to have it around a day that I knew I could remember for the rest of my life. So my auntie's birthday was it. So where my journey's taken me since my baptism. So in the last, what are we now in, July? 12, 6, last 18 months. So since my baptism, yes, I have I've was baptized into my local church, and I now am a deaconess. So that basically means that I just help the sisters of the church. I go and visit elderly people, those people that can't get to church, who are members of the church and stuff like that. I go and do some pastoral care work to the sick and those that can't come to church. I also do the charitable work, which I do every 3 weeks through the church, the evangelistic work that I mentioned before with the homeless people. I go around to my local community, and me and one of my other ladies who's in my baptism picture, which I will put up eventually. Yeah, we go around our local area just cruising around after Sabbath, and we go looking for homeless people, and we go out to them and see what they like, if we can help them in any way, shape or form. We have bags of clothes, warm clothes and stuff like that during winter to give them. We go and buy them food, bread rolls, chickens, water, fruit, all of it. So yeah, so we do that. And then the church side of things. Yeah, so I started taking on the church bulletin. So I do that now every Friday. So I type that up and distribute it to the members on email and text messages and stuff like that. I'm about to take on the social aspect of the church as well. So yeah, I won't be taking that on quite yet because I still have quite a lot on my plate at the moment in my life. So I started reading the Bible for the first time, as I said, when I walked out of church. The first day I stepped in my local church, which 25th of May 2025. And that's the Bible I bought the day I left that church, and it was my go-to Bible. So it is literally scribbled notes, everything in it. So I've been a sponge ever since. I haven't been able to put it down. This Bible is a historical. Not only is it God's teaching, it's an historical book. There's just so much history there as well. So I started learning so much about the biblical history and stuff like that, and that actually led me to start theology, which I started last semester at the start of this year. I took on 3 subjects. It's been 20 years since I've done uni. The last time I did uni, I started criminology over 20 years ago, and forgotten how hard the study load is for uni, not to mention how expensive uni is now. 20 years ago, the subjects were so cheap compared to what they are now. So this semester is about to kick off in August. So I'm actually dropping from 3 subjects. I'm only going to do 2. And that also comes down to my ability to do it because, I actually have PTSD from my previous job, which I was medically retired from last year. So my PTSD does impact a lot of my life and what I do. So it has impacted my ability to focus and stuff like that. So that's been a bit hard. It's been a bit draining too. As I'm older as well, I'm 50. I started studying uni 20 years ago in my 30s. So the university study has been a bit hard for me to come back to as an older woman and with the PTSD as well. So but I've always loved learning and studying. So I thought God would lead me to where he wants me. And this year he led me to start uni. So I've enjoyed every aspect. I've enjoyed it. It's just been a bit of a struggle with my PTSD and concentrating and stuff like that. Now, what I originally wanted to do this year and what God had led me to, because remember, I'd surrendered my life to God. Every decision now, I give it to God and I say, you point me where you want me, Lord. It's your will, as it says in God's prayer. Thy will be done, not my will anymore. I don't live my life for me anymore. My life is living to God and being of service to God any way, shape or form I can. And so I surrendered it all to God and said, where do you want me, Lord? Do you want me to go and do this uni, or do you want me to go and do what I want to do? So what I've decided with what I'm going to do next year, as I said, I've surrendered it to God. University has been a bit hard for me to come back to. It is a massive workload, and it's different workload as well, to TAFE courses and stuff like that. So what I originally wanted to do this year, I actually wanted to go and do, I have this brain fog I get all the time. I actually wanted to go and do, this brain fog, it's so bad. What did I want to do? Oh my gosh, I'm having such a bad moment at the moment. I've got such bad brain fog. Oh, chaplaincy. Yes. So I've looked into chaplaincy course here in Australia, and it is only a certificate for to start as an entry requirement to do chaplaincy. And where I want to go and work for is like with the elderly and stuff like that. Or maybe in the schools or with youth, because especially with my background in drug and alcohol usage, and also my background with corrections, like it's just I've got so many avenues I can pick from and choose from. So that course itself is a lot more lighter in load, studying load and stuff like that. It only goes for 12 months and it's way more cheaper. So like I said, I can't believe the different pricing in university at the moment compared to 20 years ago. Big difference. So that's what I wanted to do this year, and I've thrown it to God and said, wherever you want me, Lord, you'll open up the channels for funding or whatever it is. If I'm meant to go this way, I'll go this way. If you want me that way, I'll go that way. So I'll know closest to the date where God wants me. So what else? I do my uni course, my diploma in theology through my church's university, Avondale University. So that's been lovely, and I do it at home as well, in the comfort of my own home, like YouTube and not YouTube. I do it all online through Zoom and stuff. So I didn't have that 20 years ago either when I did criminology. So that's been nice, engaging online with the class. And I'm learning a lot more better as well having it online. University 20 years ago didn't have online learning like this. So it's been a lot more easier retaining the information and remembering what I need to. Also, the uni course, I have received the best marks I've ever received in my life out of all courses I've done. Like, you know, I even went and did nursing with the intention of leaving corrections at some point. And the marks I've gotten at this point in my life, distinctions and high distinctions, and they were on my assignments and stuff like that. So that was really a sign for me to say, well, definitely God wants me to do this, because I've never had a distinction or high distinctions before ever in my life. I've always sat on a credit or a pass. So to get a distinction and a high distinction at the start of some of the courses was just beautiful. God, that was God talking to me. So that was nice. So what else do I do? So yes, like I said, I my old neighbour who has just recently been put into care, I went and visited her a few weeks ago to see how she was. And the nursing home that she's in at the moment, I've been wanting to get back into elderly nursing home work and stuff like that, but as a volunteer, because I do Meals on Wheels as well, once or twice a month, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm studying, I'll drop it to once a month. If not, I'll do it twice a month. So I walked out of the nursing home that my old neighbour was in, and I said, come on, Lord, you know how much I want to get back into like nursing home work and work with the elderly and stuff like that. And I said, open up the channels to volunteer work. And as I was walking out of the nursing home, there at the front door was this big sign, volunteers needed, come and work here, rah, rah, rah. So I actually applied 2 weeks ago. And then last week I actually went into that nursing home to introduce myself to the chaplains there, because I want to shadow them and see exactly what chaplains do within the nursing home environment. So it'll be good for me too if I do pursue the chaplaincy course next year, because a component of it is I need to have a certain amount of hours under the care of a chaplain and do some chaplaincy work. So that'll be beautiful. And I also want to shadow my pastor as well, so I can start learning more about Bible studies and stuff like that to build up my confidence to actually do my own Bible classes and stuff like that. And then of course doing this channel. So being so inspired last weekend by the service that my pastor gave. I just come home, bing, bang, boom. I was just shocked how quickly I was up and running with this channel. I don't know too much about technology. So I've enjoyed every day that I've been able to do this and share with you, because it's me being of service to God in a digital manner. So I'm going to put up in the next week or two some photos of me, of my youth and what I was doing and what I looked like, and especially over the last 7 years of my life, how much change has happened since I've left my husband, and the last 2 years of my life, how much I've transitioned and walk more like Christ here on earth, which has been absolutely beautiful. But so today, just to finish off, I do want to share with you one of my favorite prayers that I read when I first started walking this path, and it strengthened me, especially around when I was having cravings, especially around the pot and smoking. Whenever I had cravings for pot or a cigarette, or even a drink, when I was craving that, I could go and drink in a nice hot bath tonight, or, like whatever. So it's Psalm 91. And this psalm, I just love it because it is a promise, God's promise to us that he will protect us. Like all who follow him and come to him will protect you from everything. So I'll read you this psalm, Psalm 91. If I can just find it. Oh, here it is. You should see me in church. I'm like a student still. I'm God's student. I'm a disciple with my P plates on, with my L's on. I'm a learning disciple. So I've got my little Bible bag, Psalm 91, and then I sit there at the start of service and I pull my Bible out and I pull my little notebook out and I pull my highlighters out and my tabs out and all my different lens glasses that I wear, one for seeing, one for reading. And I just sit there. I'm just still like a sponge, but Yeah, today's service as well was very moving for me. That's why I've rushed home straight from service and thought I'm going to do this today. And then I'm going to continue on with my Sabbath and have a lovely afternoon nap, which I do every Saturday because it's the best day of the week. Okay, so Psalm 91, the safety of abiding in the presence of God. Like, how beautiful can you get? And it just a little outline here in Psalm 91 on the side of my Bible. It says, verse 1 of this psalm is one of the most beautiful, encouraging, and hopeful verses in the entire Bible. To dwell close to God is to know his protection. The psalm is filled with imagery to describe God's care and protection over us. Since the psalm ends with God's promise to answer us, be with us, and deliver us, it is a great psalm to pray when you are anxious and weary. And yeah, it's just such a beautiful psalm. So, and like I said the other day in one of my other posts, what I was taught as a child is as from about God is so different to how he's portrayed in the Bible, to what I was told that he's an angry God and fear God. Very different to what I was taught as a child. You see, as you read the Bible, you begin to see God's softness and gentleness and patience and quietness. And that's what he gives also in your life, this beautiful quietness, this peacefulness, passes all understanding. Okay, so Psalm 91, safety of abiding in the presence of God. Sorry, just a bit hot, cheeky hot chocolate before I start. Okay. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. Oh, yes, amen. Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wing you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in the darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For he shall give you his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot, because he has set his love upon me. Therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. I just love it. He just rescues you. Anyone who comes to him, he will save and protect and rescue. He will be a fortress around you that nothing can hurt you and harm you. It's just such a massive, beautiful promise. And it's just beautiful. And I needed to hear that when I was having doubts within myself, when I felt like I was under spiritual attack. when I felt like things weren't going right in my life. It felt like I was unraveling still, and that was just to remind me, he's your salvation. He will rescue you. He will save you. Anyone who comes to him, like, I will set him on high because he knows my name. He shall call upon me and I will answer him. And he did. He called upon me. He called upon me for a few years, but it was the cross that I kept seeing in the sky to make me follow and understand. And then when I finally saw the cross in the sky on the day I walked out to go to my church, I knew there and then that I was answering something pretty big. And I was answering his call. So blessings. Have a lovely afternoon and love and blessings to you all. And yes, I'll go and find some photos and pop them up so you can see the transition as well from my old life to where I am now. Have a lovely afternoon. God bless and take care.